Financial Field in Philadelphia. It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Miami Dolphins.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there on the first play of the game. 54 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league. Now in his 5th year at quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Throwing to start the drive. Pope. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Pope. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Off play action. Pope. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Pope. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance, because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Pope. Here's Griffin on the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 40. Throwing on 1st down. Pope. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now this airmailed to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well. Trying to make it 9 in a row. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Miami. 68 yards. Another milestone falling on that last throw in what has been an MVP-type season so far, as he has now gone over 4,000 yards passing already on the year.
And it's been a whole lot of fun to watch as he's put together this type of a season. And to me, you have to figure.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Operating from the gun. Pope. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Pope, and his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Pope finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And that one a little too high as it's not. Away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up a throw, letting one go deep for Roberts. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Pope. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 84 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To throw on 3rd down. Pope. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. They'll run on first down. Hughes, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runners do. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Lewis between the tackles, down right around the 25. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, Any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Miami set to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback?
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results. And a sack. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Pope. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your option.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. It's a big play there for Miami, 55 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Up the middle they go. Weaver. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this 1st half. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably... too late. They need to get going right here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And they will remain well behind. And it's hard to hold a kick from this distance against him, but that is now 3 misses for him in the game so far.
3? And you wonder where his head's at right now. Kickers are a funny breed, but I have a feeling he'd love to see a 29-yarder next time to get him back in the groove.
Touchdown! A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And out now come the Eagles.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the posts. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun. Pope. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Pope. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. They run a draw here on 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Watch 18. 18's the right. Watch the slant. Check Fury. 18. And we heavy on the edges. Heavy.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 19 yards away.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He finds his man, complete. It's Yates. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw on second down. Pope. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with the road victory. 20-17, your final. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Hope, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Pulled in at the 24. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Weaver. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now a first carry for their fullback. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On first down, Weaver. And he's got room. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll run on first down. Hughes. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
To throw on second down. Pope. And a quick throw here that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. Back to throw. Pope. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Pope. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Pope. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and he's gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, it's Weaver. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on first down. Woodson.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand,
and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On third down, they're going to run for it here.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Bush. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Pope. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Past the 20. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
From the gun on third down. Pope. And he coughed it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
555. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Looking to throw on second down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Right back to him on first down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking to throw. Pope. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. But my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dolphins are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early... It was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The A good return there, 17 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Hughes.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On 1st down, Weaver, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Dolphins are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Situation. Let's go. 58 to the line. 58 to the line. Hey, watch the lane.
Back to throw. Pope. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Looking to throw. Pope. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
They'll run on first down. Woodson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Woodson, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Woodson, and he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 33. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Ready, break.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Come on, set. Blue 32. 10 cycles. Ready, go.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the score.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 112 yards rushing for him so far, and a boatload of touchdown runs as well.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo
Exactly.
going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Dolphins, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.